on the newspaper review on the Morning Crossfire.
Only on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
26 minutes before 7 o'clock. Good morning. My name is Enoch Bevere, and we get straight to your comments on the news this morning. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0009 are the numbers to call. Your name and straight to it. Good morning.
Good morning. No. Hello?
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Blessed from Alo. The Kuku Peter side mentioned about flooding in the Port Harcourt is in right track. You know, the Ministry of Work, they are forgetting their duty. Instead of them to furnish or to supervise the Julius Berger or any construction company that is constructing the road, they leave everything for them. You know, before, when the former governor of Rotimi Amechi was in the state, whoever that turned over the construction of the road or any project at all, from beginning to the end, they will monitor it so that they will not go dilapidated. Now, see what is happening in River State. Every day by day, whenever the rain falls, people suffering from their houses. They started bailing out the water from their residential area. It's totally condemnable.
We're not June for good morning.
Yeah, good morning, you know. Mrs. Ucheken, I'm calling from Eche. Let me look at House of Reps may investigate the exclusion of River State out of 36 states. This morning we heard from Solomon Bob that only River State was excluded in the World Bank borrowing by federal government.
Allegedly.
This is one of the reasons the Governor Wike, asked the churches to pray against injustice. This is high level of injustice. Assuming some states were excluded, that would have found somehow it wouldn't have been this bitter. But only River State was excluded out of 36 states. This is one of the states that generated the highest revenue in Nigeria. You know, let me tell you, June this year, our VAT generation was 15.5 million, and only 4.7 million was given to River State. Yet we were excluded in the borrowing. No be juju be this. Please, federal government should include River State and do the needful.
We're not June for good morning. Hello? Good morning. All right, so we go to WhatsApp this time. Also, don't forget we're live on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. Okay, let's start with Facebook. Godwin Oyeche says Jega Autumn Group's other team up against APC, PDP, unveiled party October 1. The simple who cross carpet from one party to another for their selfish interests, thereby subjecting the people to poverty and taking advantage of them. Nigerians are watching. Arrest my case. The flooding in Port Harcourt is solely caused by the people who reside in the state and not the governor. When we dispose our waste properly, not putting it into our drainages. Bobby Emmanuel sent that in. Tangadatuebu, IPOD threatens 1 month sit at home if their leader is not brought to court on October 21st. My question is, who will suffer last? The exclusion of River State from federal government borrowing is evil. Ajugu Nuhu, this morning, I agree with Dakuku Peter's side that River State should stop blaming River State government should stop blaming Rivers people for their incompetence. Okay, we move now to what's up. Hamadu Charles says, I pop to begin 1 month sit at home if Kano is not brought to court. It's now obvious that the end is near, especially in the southeast, because the responsible citizens would definitely resist that senseless order from jobless criminal elements hiding under the Biafran flag to defraud and unleash their evil menace on the society. They brace up for the consequence of that order, or they should, right? The order is pre-xenophobic. Another Hotel Rwanda is waiting. PH flooding. River State government's decision to look into the drainage system to avoid future flooding is a welcome development. I commend Honorable Solomon Bob for protesting the non-inclusion of River State by the federal government to enable them have access for more borrowing. It's Harry Duke rather. I keep talking. The sit-at-home called by IPOB is so worrisome to the people of the southeast. It's their own people, the Igbos, that are mostly affected and suffering. IPOB should know that Igbo people have been suffering in silence. I don't know why people rely on government for everything. 96% of Port Harcourt residents only contribute little or nothing to care for the environment. Drainage is not properly cleaned. Instead, they pour their garbage into the drainages and canals, blocking the waterways. I don't have any tolerance for defaulters. The affected persons should face it. In your in-house news, gunmen killed 2 policemen in Enugu State. When will insecurity end in this country? Every day in this country, we hear killing. Life doesn't mean anything again. Buhari has failed this country. Only Ume. Commissioner of Works reassuring citizens of tackling the flood. This is medicine after death. That's Commissioner of Information. The state laws on waterways. Commissioner, please implement. More so, this is not the time to play politics. I urge Honorable Dakuku to advise without sentiment. If river isn't found in River State, where else? Venerable Cliff. Development comes with a holistic plan of both land and water. Surprisingly, concentration is on the land alone here, but the river is rejected, hence the flooding. Wike asking church to speak up against marginalization is hypocritical, as he's perpetually marginalized Rivers people from their own rights by not allowing the EFCC to look into the books of the state, who is fooling who. As for IPOD, they should increase the sit-at-home order to 1 year. I'm begging them. Bright, send that in. Opiro from Eche. No. Excellency from Opiro Eche says the major cause of flooding in Port Harcourt is that everybody wants to build a house in Port Harcourt. As such, people buy and build on waterways. I beg Governor Wike, when planning in the flooded areas, he should remember, Opiro Road that flood has destroyed. River State government didn't plan against the flood, even after receiving early information. So many are homeless because of their carelessness and human behavior. Ezekiel Isaiah. Tumini Jaja. Good morning. Governor Wike asking church to speak against injustice. Kettle they call Port Black. Has it been doing well? What's happening to pensioners in River State? Flood check should include monitoring sites where buildings are constructed on canals and put to stop dumping of refuse in drainages. Let your Christianity exceed church building. Okay, that's from another hour. We can ask church to speak against injustice and nepotism and marginalization. I won't support the governor. The church should condemn the misrule that is taking place in Nigeria today. Under the leadership of the president, says where cows have more value than human lives. King Boy, send that in. Good morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Rufus Ibanan.
Speak louder, please.
Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. My name is Rufus. I'm calling in respect of the injustice being aired by Governor Wike. May we remind Governor Wike that some time ago, the city of Nigeria, that no one has ever built 9 flyovers within a period of 6 years. And all these flyovers are situated within Port Harcourt. Whereas a stone throw from Borokiri to Ofeka would have made and this is taking away crowd from Port Harcourt to other parts of River State. May we also remind Governor Wike that the pensioners are dying daily before we start talking about injustice. Can we also remind Governor Wike that the property is buying across River State and other parts of the world that River people cannot eat 2 square meals a day? Can we remind Governor Wike that the Commissioner for Works just said that people are building on waterways, that he single-handedly took over the swamp opposite LNG. And today he's telling any person who dares not to construct a property, not to construct, not to do their job. Governor Wike said that the workers of the Georgia are daily crying that they've not been paid or they are being poorly paid. And the only thing you get as thank you is being declared wanted. Can we remind Governor Wike that on a daily basis job, and that the only job you have in River State is tax force upon tax? Can we remind Governor Wike what is job is hungry?
All right.
What is happening?
Okay, so apparently he has taken over the job of Dio. That was a special assistant to reminding the governor of certain issues. Temple is calling from Rumasi. Temple, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished. I celebrate you. This morning, the Commissioner for Information, Pauline Osrim, talking on the flood. I think at this point in time, it's even people that are living in these villages are even more happier than those living in Port Harcourt.
Really?
I'm telling you, I know what we suffered yesterday. Those are living in the village. Okay, for us that are in Port Harcourt, when the weather changes, your mind is not like you are the one handling your mind. Your mind is on your palm because of the level of suffering people are undergoing here. Every day, people are carrying their phone on their head whenever it rains. For me, I want to appeal to them that those of them that they say that discovered that are living on this canal, they should be able to, in fact, they should be able to demolish the house with immediate alacrity.
All right.
At this point in time, we cannot to keep on suffering in Port Harcourt when those in the village are enjoying their time.
Temple was in a chain. Nice room, Mercy. If you were enjoying in the village, why did you come to Port Harcourt? Commercial has to play. We keep talking. When I tune for, stay tuned.
Get up to speed with the latest local, national, and international newspaper headlines. Start your day with information and have your say on the newspaper review on The Morning Crossfire.
Only on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
We've got 13 minutes before we wrap this up. Umar Ebogiri on Facebook says Governor Wike is lamenting the exclusion of River State from the World Bank loan facility, which is not different from his insensitivity and refusal to pay gratuity of Rivers retirees. God power, Samuel, when the time of election reaches, they remember the church. Please, they should leave the church alone. The church can't belittle itself now with these elements of politicians. Billy Joe, IPOP should make it sit at home 1 month. The people who are sympathetic to IPOP are being frustrated. They should go on and destroy the economy of the Southeast and then blame the federal government. Okay, that's Joseph from Mulumeni. Aida Didia, good morning. So Wike can cry for justice too. Now, wow, teachers of staff school have not been paid for 6 years, still running despite court order. This is this not injustice? That's on Facebook. Where are we? Church is now the campaign ground of Mr. Project. Men of God should ask him to go and eradicate flood in River State. Dimabo Sabe sent that in. Skillful Peril agrees with Wike asking the church to speak up, says the church are not doing enough. House of Reps may investigate. They should move the word may. They should investigate. IPOP threatening to sit at home for 30 days if their leader is not brought to court next month is a welcome development. Okay. Lorenzo the Lights Fund with no, it's not for COVID vaccination, for oxygen. Governor Wike asking churches to speak against injustice is not a bad one, but he should check himself first because injustice is living with him. The assertion of Dakuku Peter's side is very correct. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009. One man sit at home by iPod as the threat. Who are they really hurting? Themselves. There are better ways to express their grievances, not punishing themselves. They should take the protest to Abuja if they really mean business. Nishne Kire says, review of PRA being sought by Buhari to reflect the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria is walking a dangerous road. He's testing the resolve of our people. For his sake and ours, he should retrace his steps. Everything happening in the south is caused by the leaders from there, because they're afraid that if they speak up, their politics may not reach Abuja. They should speak up and defend their people. See how southwest leaders fought for Igbo, but southeast leaders abandoned the road because of love of power. In time, they shall reap in full what they're sowing today. My name is Weke Tochi from Egbueche. The federal government should give Governor Wike what belongs to him to enable him to create mass employment, because US people need jobs. Augustine is calling from Uzoba. Augustine, thank you for calling again. Good morning.
Good morning, River State. Let me respond to Dakuku Peter's side, the statement he credited against Governor Wike.
Okay, so this Augustine...
Every time when Dakuku Peter's side respond to Wike, he talk about what his former administration initiated in River State, not the one they have completed. They initiated water control in River State. They initiated Kennedy White Hospital with over $something million. They initiated Olympia Hotel with over $4 billion. They initiated a chain to Iguita Road. They initiated Opening Road. Everywhere, every project was initiated in River State. No one was completed.
How does that answer the matter of the flooding, sir? Bright is in Mao. Well, left the building. Promise Rumo Dumaya. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Yes, it is good news that the River State government is telling us this morning that they are putting things together to curtail flooding in River State. But I want to tell the River State government this morning that the most important thing is drainage. We need drainage, good drainage. If we have good drainage system, my sister, even those waste materials, the drainage will even accommodate them and even send them to wherever it will send it to. So we need good drainage system. And when he's talking about River State, it should be specific communities like Rumodomaya and so on, and other communities where this flooding is severe, where we have a high rate of this flooding. Thank you.
All right. Nimet's warning was specific, and we listed those areas in our news. Terry Sin Morrison says River State suffering huge floods. Governor Wike is busy receiving meaningless awards, complaining for the lack of inclusion of River State by the federal government from the World Bank loan. Why is he so desperate about this loan? What has he done for the River Rhine that generates more than 60% of River State allocation from all the monies he's collected from the federal government? Wike should run from church to mosque and complain. One kobo will not get to him. Hi, Berechi Joseph. Part of the gutter from Nkpolu Junction is emptied into Apara Secondary School immediately after the beginning of the fence. If it's raining, you would note an unusual flow of water from that point into the school. House of Reps to investigate the exclusion of River State from foreign loan. I can't wait for the outcome of this investigation to ascertain the incessant claims of Governor Wike on FG oppression and marginalization. Amadi David. Donchi Chima, Governor Wike also asked church to pray for him to fix bad roads in Eche. He can't breathe. Governor Wike of River State. He can't be the Governor Wike of River State and decide to work only in his local government. The 68-year-old retired civil servant abducted and his abductors demanding 50 billion. This is unfortunate. The retired servant, where will he get the money from? They should remember that this man may be among the retirees that are protesting. The money didn't. They should please release the old man unconditionally, and God will have mercy on them. Ms. Uche can send that in. Imayema from Igruta. River State not included among states to benefit from the World Bank loan, allegedly. According to... Okay, let me stop there. I think Governor Wike should ask the church to pray so he can pay pensioners and create jobs for the youth of River State. He should channel his prayer to more important and beneficial requests from God. Amadi Kingsley sent that in. The Ministry of Urban Planning and Development should be held accountable for the flood in Port Harcourt. Atwegbu, thank God, send that in. I feel worried about those areas affected by the flood. River State government should try and do the needful back cutter from Oswoha. Anna Hyson from Elekahia on the flooding. Everyone is guilty. Citizens, construction companies, government must take responsibility to avert this challenge in the future. Citizens, stop blocking the drainage with your waste. government open the canals and construction companies construct sizable drainages and do proper visibility studies before carrying out your construction. I'm shocked to hear that the whole Port Harcourt has flood issues. It's very shameful that this rich oil city can go through this. This is one of the reasons why white people call us black monkeys. They do. How can you be rich and not know how to address a simple issue like flooding? Money is asking. And Martins Isaac says the issue of flooding in the state shows the governor is pro-flyover, while other aspects like canalization to contain these floods are ignored. There are so many rivers where water can be emptied into, yet there is no plan at all. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining the conversation. We continue talking after the news at 8 o'clock. My name is Enigma. Good morning. Don't forget there's sports after the 7 o'clock news. Just stay tuned.